I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, speaking fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help.
Oh, hi. Is it Shalima? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Guys, I made this. How do you like it? Doesn't the alligator kind of look 3D? But I like it. I don't know if y'all do. There is a missing 18-year-old from Mississippi. There was a silver alert issued for her. Silver alert for non-seniors means that there's a medical need. So her name is Alyssa. Hold on one second. I made this to put up, and I'm gonna leave it up. And then when I play a video, then I'll put it back up. So this is Alyssa. Her name is Alyssa Long. She's 18 years old from Lumberton, I keep wanting to say Michigan, Mississippi, in Lamar County. She's 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighs 140 pounds, has brown hair, blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a dark gray t-shirt and blue jeans with leopard print shoes, and she was last seen yesterday, June 4th. She suffers from a medical condition that may impair her judgment. Now, I have this on my community wall. If you want to share it, I'm also putting this flyer on the community wall. If anybody wants to screenshot it or something and share it. Hey, Kaz, how are you? Hey, Alexis, how are you? I asked Alexis how this looked and she didn't answer me. So, the 30 missing kids in 2 weeks. What is going on in this world, you guys? I remember before I started doing my YouTube channel, and even now, everybody I watch, the creators are like, oh, thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Everyone's like, man, every case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. It's like every case, they're like, man, we ain't never saw nothing like this. We ain't never heard nothing like this. Every single case. Well, guess what? We better never, ever, ever hear nothing about this ever again. 30 kids in 2 weeks. Are you kidding me? So when I saw that, I was reading the articles, and then I saw Cinema Shogun. I'm sorry if you don't like him. I happen to love him. Hey, October 50. I was watching him, and what he says about it is just no words could have ever came out of my mouth. So I left him a comment that I'm going to play it, and he better not strike me because I'm trying to share. Y'all will just know when you hear it. Here we go. Alyssa, I will put you back up in 1 second, honey. Let's make this bigger. And here we go.
What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and within a time span of 2 short weeks, nearly 30 kids have gone missing in Cleveland. People are labeling this an extraordinary surge in missing persons cases. People are baffled. The people of Cleveland are scratching their heads, trying to figure out what is going on, what has gone wrong, what has caused this sudden spike in the disappearance of children. Whereas myself, I am sitting here not surprised at all. Honestly, I'm surprised that people are acting surprised about this. Take a look around you. I mean, really, take a hard look around you. What did you think was going to happen? When people normalize the victimization of kids, when people make victimizing kids mainstream, when people try to pretend as if indoctrinating kids, introducing kids to all of this weird stuff, people try to act like that's okay. It's good for our society. But what we're doing is we are enabling and empowering predators, all in the name of social justice. Do you have any idea what your kid is being taught in school? Do you have any idea what some of these whacked out teachers are exposing your kids to at school? Do you have any idea what the society has started doing to kids right out in the open as of late? And the sad part is that a lot of people are advocating for this nonsense.
There is something dark and dangerous happening in Cleveland, Ohio. Nearly 30 children have been reported missing in the area over a 2-week span in May. That's right, about 30 kids vanishing over a 2-week span last month. It's frightening. Between May 2nd and May 16th, 27 people under the age of 18 reported missing, according to the Cleveland police. And one local police chief hasn't seen anything like it before.
There's peaks and valleys when it comes to missing persons, but this year just seems to be like an extraordinary year. In my 33 years in law enforcement, this just seems like an unusually high number.
That's Newburgh Heights Police Chief John Majoy. He'll join us shortly. He also serves as the board president of the volunteer nonprofit Cleveland Missing, chairman of the Northeast Ohio Amber Alert Committee. He's dealing with these cases firsthand. One problem is that law enforcement isn't sure if these kids were trafficked, involved in gang activity, caught up in drugs. Doesn't help that Cleveland is one of the highest crime rates in the nation. The other problem is a lack of photos of many of these missing kids. If you look through Cleveland's missing persons page, you'll see many profiles with blurbs that say photo not available. These missing children's cases do not make the news unless they're Amber Alerts. Their stories and faces need to be shared, like on my show, On Patrol Live, which is on the Reels channel. We've helped return almost 20 people to their families by putting the word out. Joining me now is Newburgh Heights Police Chief John Majoy. Thanks so much for coming on the program. Appreciate it. It's 24 plus kids vanishing in a matter of 2 weeks. What's the theory on what's happening here?
I don't think there's one exact theory that's a boilerplate that's going to fit this. Some of them could be runaways. There's really no evidence of any abductions or reported abductions. But you really have to kind of draw attention to this because it is an alarming number. Being that it's springtime, school is over, the weather's getting warm in Cleveland area, and kids are just kind of running wayward a little bit. And it's an alarming number that's drawn a lot of attention to law enforcement, but also our organization is Cleveland Missing.
Why so few photos of these kids?
Well, that seems unusual. And, my agency, we encountered that as well. And, some parents, they just don't have photos of their kids. Maybe they're foster kids. Maybe they don't have the technology. There's just a number of reasons why. But this makes it really hard for law enforcement because it's a lot harder to look for a name than it is a face. And so having a face with the name is really, really important. And so this is why we encourage parents to have this current photographs of their children just in case.
And what are the parents telling you? I mean, are there parents that are concerned that these numbers are connected to one another?
I think that the parents are definitely concerned because of reporting them missing, but it also brings to question, how many are missing that aren't being reported missing, which is also a concern. But the fact that they're reporting them is a good sign, and we're getting the word out there. Our organization of Cleveland Missing is helping these families in times of need. We're not an investigative agency; we're a supportive agency, so we support families in their times of needs. Our co-founders are Sylvia Colon and Gina DeJesus. Gina is a survivor of the Cleveland kidnappings. Sylvia is her cousin, and Sylvia served as a spokesperson during Gina's captivity, which was nearly 10 years. And so our organization is aimed to help that. And what makes us a unique organization and one of a kind is that we have members of our board, or our co-founders, who know what it's like. I don't know what it's like to have a loved one missing. I've investigated dozens of my career, but I don't know what it's like to have a loved one missing. But we have people who do. And so we can provide that medium for families while law enforcement is chasing leads and trying to track these kids down and bring them home safe.
These numbers just seem, frightening and startling. The idea that more than 24 in 2 weeks, you got to think that maybe they're connected, but it sounds like you're saying they really may not be.
Well, Cleveland's a fine city, but it's not immune to any other large metropolitan area that has its fair share of crime. And so, one of the things you're going to look at is that a runaway that's 13, 14, or 15-year-old may not have any identification with them, and they don't have any source of income. They can't go and apply for a job without identification. So, they may turn to the streets. They may turn to drugs or sex trafficking and many other things. And so it really does draw alarm to this whole problem.
All right. Chief John Majoy, thanks so much for coming on the program. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Like the show.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation.
Did that man just say, thank you, I like your show? That's what I thought he said. I cannot disagree with this man. Like, he just wants to throw everything. Oh, majority of them are runaways. So what? Majority of them are 12 to 17. Minors, runaway or not, they are missing. It does not matter. That's what really, really upset me when I was reading about it and listening about it, was just a way that they're just like, oh, most of them are runaways and they just don't have any support and whatever. How about you just keep on going, search for these kids and find out why you got 30 missing in 2 weeks. That's what I did when I went to school October 50. I never thought of running away, but my childhood was different. I wanted to let y'all know, I forgot, Alyssa Long, the girl on the screen. When I posted the silver alert on my wall, someone who is close to a family member commented and thanks me, of course, for sharing it, but also let me know that they are constantly looking for her on ATVs, foot, vehicle. They're still searching for her, constantly searching for her. So I asked if they ever had any more, an update on anything that she can let me know, or if she wants to come up on here and let you guys know, that would be whichever she would like to do. Now, I want to show y'all something that I saw about a store in the French Quarter. But do you guys remember the Baton Rouge graduate that got swept to sea jumping off the ship in Bahamas? Okay, we remember that. And then I showed you guys the video of him swimming in the water, right? And on one side, we see the safety buoy that they throw out, and then we see him swimming away. I saw a video that showed by a reason why he was swimming away from the safety ring wasn't to swim away from it. In the picture that I saw in the video, it looks like there's a shark right there by the ring. And I'm gonna play it again for you guys to see if we can see it in, if they took it from that video that I showed you guys. It looked creepy when they showed it and actually pointed it out, but I'm pretty sure that's why he didn't go that way, for safety, because there was no safety there. Hold on one moment. First, I'm going to show you guys this. This is I'll just show you guys first because I want your opinion on this. All right, here we go. Okay, Alyssa, we have to move you one more time, honey. Okay, here we go. So, this says French Quarter t-shirt shop believes surveillance cameras caught ghost. And I'm hoping that, let me see. I don't know how we'll be able to make it bigger. Can you guys see it? Like, okay, well, you see the door open. Okay, so let's watch this together. And then you tell me. I'm not reading the article. I just want you to watch the video. And it's only like 30 seconds. So here we go. Wait, no, wait. Okay. Okay, so of course there was no sound because it was just surveillance. Let me go back and look. So what you see is you see the door opening. Then you see an orb leaving through the door. And then you see the orb going around the building. And you see it going around the building and passing in front of the window. So what I saw, I'm going to replay it again. So what I saw was the door open. And then to the left of the door where those boxes are, you see an orb go from there straight through the hole in the door. And then you'll see it, like it looks like it'll go around to the right. And then you'll see it pass right in front of the window. You did see it, Cass? Okay, so I'll play it again. Hold on one second. I don't know how to replay it. Is it going to replay the same thing? I don't know. Is it going to work? No. Okay, yeah, here we go. Ready? I wish I could make it bigger. So, can you see my mouse? I don't even know. I'm not on StreamYard. So, the door opens, and this crack right here, where the play symbol is, you'll see an orb fly out here. And then it looks like it goes that way because you can see it here in these windows or doors or whatever they are. Okay, I hope you saw that. Were you able to see my cursor? Okay, here we go. I'll show it again. and see if you see the same thing. Hello? Are you gonna play? Any day now? Maybe? Kinda? Did my mouse fall? Dude, what is going on here? All right, here we go.
I had, I guess.
Mr. Nola's glitter brings the sparkle.
You can't really see it good on this screen. I will have to try to find a way to make it bigger. Dang it. Well, Cass says she saw it, so hopefully someone else saw it too. Okay, so now on to this video right here. Well, this is the picture actually. There you go. Hey, 3 Dot, how are you? Watch this, 3 Dot. You remember hearing about the guy, the Baton Rouge graduate who went to the Bahamas and jumped off a ship and went missing? Okay, so you guys see this, right? So the guy is here, right? The safety ring is right here, right? What do you reckon is right here? Oops. What is this? Can y'all see my mouse? They're saying that is a shark. And that the reason why he was swimming away from the buoy is because there was a shark, because it is shark infested waters. What do y'all think about that? I don't know. That's what they're just saying. I mean, this thing in the middle doesn't look like a safety device. It looks like a freaking tail or something with water dripping off of it. But I don't know. Can y'all see it better that way? You see the guy, you see the buoy, and then you see this. And they're saying that it's a shark. Actually, the article that I'm reading that I got this picture from is saying it's a shark. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. I don't know. That's scary. Could you imagine if this is really what happened? What was going through his mind? Oh my God, I just couldn't even imagine. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was this. Toddler dies after parents purposely left her in the car overnight. Are you really kidding me right now? A Florida couple has been accused of intentionally leaving their 2-year-old daughter to die in a hot car. The little girl's parents, 23-year-old Catherine Adams and 32-year-old Christopher McLean, first told authorities they found their daughter unconscious inside their home in the community of Prosperity. Holmes County Sheriff's Office Sheriff John Tate said in a press conference last week. It was later determined that the child had been left in the car for nearly 14 hours. Mrs. Adams and Mr. McLean have been charged with child neglect and possession of drug paraphernalia, with more charges expected to come this week. Their child was killed in their car purposely, and they get child neglect. They better get murder charges coming soon. Possession of paraphernalia. Deputies responded to a 911 call in the community of Prosperity on May 16th. According to authorities, the dispatcher was unable to obtain any information from the woman who made the call because she was screaming. After arriving at the property, they were met outside by a person carrying the unresponsive toddler. Deputies and emergency responders performed CPR on the child, but she was ultimately pronounced dead at the scene. While interrogating the parents, officers reportedly learned that Mrs. Adams had picked up her daughter and her 4-year-old sibling from a relative's home after leaving work around midnight. The couple and the two toddlers drove home together, but the youngest child fell asleep in her seat. Miss Adams and Mr. McLean then allegedly purposely left the child in the car throughout the night. Why? The baby was asleep in the car seat. They decided to leave the child in the car and went inside and ultimately fell asleep and did not wake up or did not realize that the child was in the car until 3:41 p.m. that afternoon. And these are the monsters. Dang, he almost looks like her with his hair. Seriously, people? Seriously, right now. Although Miss Adams initially said that she had found her daughter in the home, deputies noticed that the minor's body was abnormally hot. The little girl's body temperature was later found to be 107 degrees. The department is now pulling phone records to determine what exactly happened during the more than 12 hours that the child was left in the car. They are so dumb because when you die, your temperature your body gets cold, your temperature goes down. Why? 107 degrees. Come on now. Yeah, I see meth down here somewhere. Yeah, they must be doing something. Investigators also seized methamphetamines and pipes in the child's bag, while CBD gummies and marijuana were found at the home. The parents have been charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, but additional manslaughter or murder charges, are expected after forensic reports are completed. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Christy, you did not read far enough before opening your mouth. I know, right, you guys? Oh my gosh, I'm just like, and then they had a 4-year-old as well. Sheriff Tate said that the father has been uncooperative with the investigation, but the mother has implicated him in the incident. Ms. Adams reportedly told police that they went inside to smoke marijuana after arriving home. The couple's 4-year-old child is now in the custody of Department of Child Services. I honestly believe methamphetamines are the reason behind this death. That's what happens when you use drugs. You lose sense of what's going on in reality, and this kind of stuff just happens, Sheriff Tate said. Okay, Let me tell you one thing real quick. Everyone knows that I am a former addict of meth. Okay? Everyone knows that. When I was high on it, I never thought, never, ever, when I had Nevaeh, never, ever did I think of ever leaving her in a car. Um, if I did it and smoked marijuana, yeah, you just don't do that. You just don't do that. Now I can see just them if they were smoking marijuana indica and it's kind of like a couch potato kind of strain, then I can see falling asleep on that. But you're not gonna take meth and then fall asleep and then forget your babies in the car until the whole afternoon day after. No, that's not gonna happen. Sorry, not sorry. At least not the people I knew of that was on it. Yeah, I don't know. But you never know. Things happen. So then I saw this. I'm not gonna make it an hour. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me before I share this, let me tell y'all what happened to me today. So I go to Boost Mobile because I wanted to get Boost down here instead of I didn't want to stay with Metro anymore because they made me mad. So I went to Boost to transfer my phone over there, and everything went smoothly until it was the time to port my phone number from Metro to Boost. I stayed there for an hour. It was still not switched over. So I said, you know what? I live right there. I I'm just gonna come right over here when the phone stops working. Then I'll know that the other phone's ready to go. They closed at 8. It's 8:30. This was at 3 o'clock this afternoon. A whole 5.5 hours ago. My phone with Metro still works. So I'm like, what the hell? This thing better not cut off on me at like prime time, when my good true crime people go live. You know what I mean? Yeah, I already know that's what's gonna happen. Thank God for Wi-Fi. But I have the Wi-Fi off. It's just data so that I'll know when it goes off. Okay. Yes, your baby is an extension of yourself, even if you don't give birth to them. I didn't give birth to Nevaeh, but I had her basically ever since she was born. Period. And I had her from birth to 3, and then my mom adopted her at 4, and then I still had her practically ever since until she's gotten so much older. Okay, this is crazy. This is crazy. Texas cheerleader shot 3 times after friend got into the wrong car, recalls harrowing attack and hurdles in recovery. You can literally do anything if you push and persevere. I'm sorry, the 18-year-old said in an interview with Good Morning America just 5 weeks after the shooting. She was able to join her friends at high school graduation. She's so pretty. Peyton Washington, the Texas cheerleader who was shot and critically injured after a friend accidentally got into the wrong car in April, says she didn't even see the shooter and tried to keep her friends calm even as she was bleeding. The 18-year-old was struck by 3 bullets, twice in her right buttock and once in the back that impacted her left abdomen. On April 18th, in the parking lot of an H-E-B in Elgin, a car pulled point for her and her 3 cheerleading friends after practice. Her friend, Heather Roth, accidentally entered a car she thought was hers before noticing a man in the passenger seat and quickly exiting That man, identified by police as Pedro Tello Rodriguez, 25, hold on one, Penelope, then approached the vehicle the girls were in and opened fire. Wow. Hold on one second. I gotta let. Come on. Come on. Y'all, she's in heat. Y'all should see the new diaper dresses I bought for her. That come in tomorrow. Okay, it's so cute because they're dresses. So she gets out of the vehicle right away, noticing she's in the wrong car. Then the dude gets out of his car and then goes to their car and just open fires. Good job, dude. I was actually texting and eating Twizzlers, Washington recalled in an interview aired Friday morning on Good Morning America when the shooting started. She was eating Twizzlers, just chilling. I didn't see him, honestly. Let's see what this is. This is humongous.
In Texas, a high school cheerleader is in critical condition this morning after police say a man fired a gun at her and 3 teammates who accidentally approached the wrong car following a late night practice.
The girls are going to have a long road of emotional recovery after this.
Authorities arrested Pedro Tello Rodriguez Jr., charging him with deadly conduct, a third-degree felony.
I'm Peyton Washington on Woodlands Elite Generals.
Peyton Washington is one of 2 teens who were shot and injured in a supermarket parking lot early Tuesday morning. Washington's father speaking out, telling NBC News the shooter showed his weapon and then, quote, just started shooting at the girls. Keelan Washington adding, "You watched her walk up to your door on accident. It's a girl in a cheer outfit." He says the 18-year-old who was struck in her leg and back had to have her spleen removed. Peyton, who's no stranger to health challenges, having been born with 1 lung, earned a tumbling scholarship at Baylor University.
She's extremely tough.
Washington's teammate Heather Roth was grazed by a bullet in her leg, but is expected to compete this weekend in her final high school cheer competition. Tuesday's shooting in Texas, one of several making national headlines this week of young people injured or even killed for mistakenly being in the wrong place. In upstate New York, 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis was shot and
I
killed
remember that.
after she turned into the wrong driveway while looking for a friend's house, according to the police.
Kaylin was an amazing young lady.
That's when Nancy Grace was still on.
We all loved her so much. She was so kind.
The alleged gunman, Kevin Monahan, was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. He's pleaded not guilty. Gillis's father pleading for justice for his daughter, who he says dreamed of becoming a marine biologist.
So
for this man to sit on his porch and fire at a car with no threat just angers me so badly.
The Woodland Elite cheer team has actually set up a GoFundMe page to help with Peyton's medical expenses as she recovers in the ICU. So far, it's raised over $100,000. Savannah?
Senseless is the word, Katie. Thank you very much.
I'll tell you one thing, from watching cheerleading shows, and not that many people can do a bow and arrow like that girl did. That's what that was, the pose she did on the top of the pyramid. I watch too many cheerleading shows. I don't have any kids and I don't have a cheerleader, so don't ask me why. Okay, so this dude right here. Bro, I was so mad when I was outside, on that table like I always am. And then she starts rubbing her, like, I thought she was itching, one side. And I was like, Mama, what is she doing? And we were like freaking out because she just kept on and kept on and she didn't stop till her whole body was covered. I was like, nah, bro, this ain't even happening. Mother and baby found dead in Franklin, New Hampshire. Suspect found dead on riverbank. Yeah, neck tats, a lip tat. I'm surprised you don't have tears around your eyeballs. A mother and her baby daughter were found shot to death in a Franklin, New Hampshire home, and the suspect, the baby's father, was later found dead on the bank of the Merrimack River. Assistant Attorney General Adam Woods said police were called to a home on Elkin Street at around noon Saturday after neighbors reported hearing gunshots. When police arrived at the home, they found Nicole Hughes and her 1-year-old daughter, Ariella Bell, dead from gunshot wounds. That's such a pretty name, Ariella Bell. Hughes' 5-year-old daughter was also shot in the arm and was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police identified 42-year-old Jamie Bell as a suspect. Woods said he and Hughes were intimate partners and parents to Ariella. After an intense, hours-long search, Bell was found dead on the bank of the Merrimack River in Franklin. An autopsy is being done, but Woods said Bell likely died from a self-inflicted wound to his neck. Well, you're lucky that you took yourself out. That way you saved a lot of taxpayers a lot of money for putting your nasty ass in prison. I'm not sorry at all. Bruh. And so the 5-year-old must hopefully be with their birth father's family. Obviously, this idiot right here is not the bio dad. Okay. Mother and daughter charged in 71-year-old grandmother's killing. If you did not hear this story, holy guacamole. This is disgusting. A mother and daughter are in custody in Maryland and facing charges for the alleged murder of a 70-year-old woman inside their family home, authorities said. Candace Craig, 44, and her daughter Celia Hardy, 19, are accused of killing Margaret Craig, who was Candace Craig's mother and Celia Hardy's grandmother, at their house in Landover near Washington, D.C., according to the Prince George's County Police Department. Officers searched the home last Friday after receiving a 911 call from an unidentified person who shared concern for Margaret Craig's welfare, saying they had not heard from her in several days. The police department said in a news release. When they arrived at the property at around 1:30 p.m., Candace Craig answered the door, allowed the officers inside to search for her mother. Okay, now this is Candace Craig right here. Okay, you see her? This is the woman that killed her mother. And listen to this. Do listen. Once the responding officers entered the basement, they immediately smelled the odor of decomposition. According to the department's news release, their homicide unit then took over the investigation. They lived in the house with the mom/grandmother decomposing in the basement, and they're living in the house like nothing happened, like, oh yeah, come in, mom's in the backyard. What did they not think that they would go look in the basement? People are just crazier and crazier. Police say that evidence taken during their search of the home, as well as subsequent interviews, suggested that Candace Craig murdered her mother on May 23rd, and both she and Hardy attempted to dispose of her remains the following day. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner will confirm the identity of the victim, who authorities believe is Margaret Craig, and try to determine a definitive cause of death. The detectives of the homicide unit will ensure a thorough investigation is conducted and that both suspects are held accountable for their cruel and criminal behavior. Really, said Major David Blazer, commander of the Major Crimes Division in Prince George's County, in a statement. Investigators had not yet identified a potential motive for the alleged crime when police in Prince George's County issued their news release on Saturday. That's hard to say. At the time, both Candace Craig and Hardy had been booked and were being held at the county detention center, with Craig facing charges of first-degree murder and second-degree murder, and Hardy facing charges of accessory to murder after the fact in connection with the killings. Now I have a question. Why did she get charged with first degree and second degree, both of them together? Because it was is it premeditated and crime? Not like crime of passion. Wouldn't that be like sexual or something? I don't know. I've never seen that before. Craig facing charges of first degree murder and second degree murder. It doesn't say or. And of course, I can see the daughter getting accessory. But I've never seen that before. I was just wondering. And I have one more, guys. Just one more. Just one more. Thank you for those hanging in there with me. Welcome back, Dave. I haven't been seeing you and Jimmy's. What's going on with that? If he goes live tonight, I'm going to be calling in because I need to talk about that next. So don't let me forget through that, Dave, even though you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. 3 dead, 3 injured in stabbing, car ramming spree. 3 people have been killed and 3 others injured in a Northern California crime spree, the motive for which authorities say remains under investigation. The suspect, 31-year-old Kevin, I don't know why these criminals and attorneys have the hardest names to pronounce, so we'll call him Kevin. The suspect, 31-year-old Kevin of San Jose, was taken into custody following the Thursday afternoon attacks. The spree began at about 3:11 p.m. when Kevin allegedly stabbed and carjacked a victim in San Jose, according to police. The victim was hospitalized with life-threatening injuries, San Jose police said, and this is the dude right here. Hey, Eagles Chick fan. So good to see you. I have a monetized now Eagles Chicks fan, so I have memberships and super chats now. I know I didn't last time you was here. Okay, so this is the nasty idiot right here. Kevin then allegedly stole that victim's car, drove to a shopping center, and tried to carjack another vehicle. The suspect allegedly stabbed that second driver, who was hospitalized with life-threatening injuries, according to police. Kevin then tried to drive away, allegedly striking a pedestrian in the parking lot who suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Later on, the suspect was spotted at an intersection, appearing to intentionally ram 2 pedestrians, oh my gosh, killing both of them. The final incident was reported at about 4:30 p.m. when police in nearby Milpitas responded to a stabbing homicide in a shopping center parking lot. The suspect allegedly fled the Milpitas scene and was found by police hiding in a nearby neighborhood. No motive is known, and it's not clear if the suspect knew any of the victims, police said. Wow, why? Are you that angry of a person, sir? Why? Let's see what this is.
This event began approximately at 3:11 p.m. this afternoon with a carjacking incident and stabbing incident. The suspect stabbed the victim, causing life-threatening injuries. That person was transported to a local hospital and ultimately still has those life-threatening injuries. They took that vehicle, went over to the 1800 block of Hillsdale near a shopping center, and attempted to carjack a separate vehicle. In doing so, they also stabbed that individual possessor of the vehicle, leaving them also with life-threatening injuries. As they attempted to flee the scene, they struck a pedestrian in the parking lot area. That victim was transported to a local hospital, ultimately with non-life-threatening injuries. That suspect was later spotted in that suspect vehicle near the intersection of Santa Clara Street and 16th Street. During that incident, the suspect, it appears, intentionally rammed two individuals, striking two pedestrians, ultimately causing them life-threatening injuries. And as of right now, both of those pedestrians have succumbed to those injuries. That investigation will be followed up with a strong homicide investigation. And as we speak right now, detectives are conducting follow-up. During the course of the rest of the afternoon, detectives began issuing statewide APBs to isolate and locate the suspect. When we had a final update at approximately 4:30, Milpitas PD was responding to a homicide incident, which originally started as a stabbing incident. They confirmed later on that this did occur in the parking lot area and became a stabbing incident that became later a homicide. After that incident, the suspect was at large for a short period of time. They later on took custody of that suspect. We're currently working with them to make sure that the suspect they have in custody matches to the suspect that we have wanted for these incidents that I just described. As of right now, we feel comfortable that there is no ongoing threat to the public, and I want to rest assured that everybody here in the city should feel safe tonight knowing that we have done our job as officers, and thanks to the assistance of Milpitas Police Department, have taken the person into custody.
Bruh. This is some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff. You guys do not forget Alyssa Long. She is a missing 18-year-old from Mississippi. She suffers from a medical condition that may impair her judgment. She was last seen yesterday wearing dark gray t-shirt and blue jeans with leopard print shoes. She is 18, of Lumberton, Mississippi in Lamar County. She's 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighs 140 pounds. She has brown hair and blue eyes. And I read the part where she was wearing. I'm going to put this on my community wall. Please share it out. When I initially shared the silver alert on my community wall, someone who knows the family very well commented and said, thank you for sharing, that they are constantly nonstop searching for her, hand in hand, foot in foot, ATV, help, whatever, they're using everything and they're still searching for her. So if we can share this and get this out so everyone can be looking for her. Not sure the medical condition that she has, but if it impairs her judgment, we have got to find her very soon. I'm going to, as soon as I end this, I'm going to post it on my community wall. And I don't know if anybody's on Facebook watching me, because I've been like doing this dual thing with Facebook and YouTube for the first time. I don't even know what it looks like on Facebook. Didn't even go on Facebook to even see. I just know it says I'm live on Facebook. So if you're watching me on Facebook, how about you come mosey over to YouTube and yeah, come watch me on YouTube and not Facebook. I don't like Facebook no more. I don't ever hardly get on Facebook. And if you're on my Facebook, you know. If you know, you know, right? Dang, I wanted to make it a whole hour and I got 5.5 minutes left. What are we going to do? I know y'all are going to leave me, right? I know. I'm not taking her picture off of here. Oh, I know what we can do. And then I'll just edit it right after. Hold on. This is what we'll do for the next 5 minutes, and then I'll make my hour. You guys, Kay has a new recipe. Kay has a new recipe. You've got to meet Kay. If you don't know Kay, you've got to meet Kay. Let me see what it was. What was it? 4 days ago? No, it was the one I just watched, but we're going to watch her do this one. All right, let me press pause. Pause it. Pause it. Okay, thank you. Don't leave if you haven't left yet. Okay, some people did. Don't leave. I must introduce you to Kay's Kitchen or Kay's Cooking, whichever one it is. Kay's Cooking. Here we go. You guys have got to see this. You like, okay, here we go. This is Kay.
Today, I'm going to be making a German meal, which is schnitzels. Now that is a pork chop. It did start off a lot bigger. Before I didn't show you, but I've put some salt in the flour. All right, that's the. Let's get the egg.
You can come up, Dave. So she says for onions, she pronounces it Hunyans, and for what else is it? Is it Hunyan? Oh yeah, yeah. Mute me. Um, yeah. Hey, Dave. Have you ever seen Kay's cooking before?
I have never had the pleasure.
Okay, well, you have got to see this. Kaz, you've seen her before? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see.
Move the sugar, salt. That's the egg. It's a bit big, this. Shake off excess flour. And it goes into the egg. As you can see, a bit hot that. Next to it, and then turn it over in the egg.
Oh my gosh. Dave.
What?
So, you know the video that I made of that caller that said she was Candace's cousin? Well,
I saw that title. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, it's okay. Someone commented under it 7 days ago. Why would something like this come out almost 2 years later? If the lady is going to tell it now and not then, it's straight up sus. So then, I don't know who this is. Bob Weir's Legs says 4 minutes ago, Dolly needed content, saying that Dolly got that lady to call and say she was Candace's cousin. Are you freaking? I'm about to go off on this person on my comments. I cannot believe that that person just commented that. Oh my God. Okay, sorry, I had to tell you about it. I just read it. Let's go back to Kay.
Okay.
And, oh dear, got such a small house. And move the flour along. Move the egg along and bring out the breadcrumbs. So now the chop is going from the breadcrumb, from the flour into the breadcrumb.
Oh no. Oh no. Shit. I'm sorry. I wanted to tell y'all something. Fuck. I can't believe I did that. Now I forgot what I wanted to say. Oh, when she finishes her meals, never silent. Hey, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Stick around.
Oh, after she finishes her meal, she makes her son taste test it. She doesn't. Every single video, she makes it like craziness. I can't believe I did that. And then she makes her son taste it. You know, he's got to be wanting to barf it up, but he's like, this is great, Mom.
So you think that her cooking is bad?
Yeah, it's horrendous. Obviously, watch. We'll see. I'm just gonna fast forward it to when.
I'm sorry. I'm watching on my little phone TV. You know, so I can't really get everything. So
right,
you're saying that? So
look,
it's this is. This is for humor effect. It's not for actually like good tasting food.
No, this is really Kay. This
Okay.
is how she really is, and how she this isn't a put on for like YouTube or anything. But ow, I know I put that's what I needed to talk about, but I made it my hour, yo. Okay, so I know I put Summer Wells in my title. I put Summer Wells Day in my title, and I put it last in my title because I didn't want nobody coming in here saying, "Oh, you got Summer Wells in your title, and you ain't saying nothing about her." Well, guess what? My title says Summer Wells Day, and what I wanted to say about that is if you are able to go to Rogersville, Tennessee for June 15th for the 2-year anniversary of when Summer Wells went missing. They are having events there. I know Dolly Vision is having an event there. They're having a barbecue. They're going to be releasing things in not in memory because we don't know.
They rented a space, like some
Yeah,
pavilion or something.
a pavilion. I think it's number 3. I'm not sure. If you are interested in going or interested in any way helping him with that, unfortunately, I can't go. So if anybody watching is interested in going, sub up to him or get with them, and they can tell you all that. They have like at least 25 people going, you guys. It's
Yeah,
like,
it'd be fun. I've heard, even more. So I mean, let's stick with the positive. The more people getting the voice out for Summer Wells, the better.
yeah, and that's why I wanted to bring it up because I know, like, let me put Alyssa back up here. I know that like me, not everyone can make it, and everybody's saying, "Oh my God, he's probably gonna stream it." Well, you can stop saying it because he's already said it 5,000 million times that he's streaming it, and he's streaming it for the only reason of his subs that cannot be there and want to be there. He's streaming it for them.
I agree completely. You're out there gonna hate on it, then the sit and spin, because I want to see it, and I want to see I want to
You just
see
want to see paper cut Tina.
yeah, right. No, I like to see the positive things. Sounds like a positive thing to me. I like, in this world of a lot of doom and gloom, it's nice to have a bright spot, and it is about awareness. This isn't like it's a celebration in a way, but it's just for people like-minded in the community getting together, and in their own way, and they all getting together, and some of them are smaller creators, some are bigger, that it's one voice at one time, where a lot of this is all conflict.
Hey Mimi, how are you? And you know what else? I just exactly, never silent. And that's what everyone, well, that's what the people who are against Dolly Vision are saying. They're like, "Oh, chasing," and whoever the other one is, they're bringing awareness to the missing kids. They're bringing awareness to Summer Wells. What is Dolly doing? Having a meet and greet and having a party over there? That's not bringing awareness. Okay, then what did Never Silent just say? And she is the number one person you would turn to for awareness on any single topic. Anything.
Right.
Never
And it's really,
Silent.
if you really look at the last month, you notice that there is a new resurgence of people talking about Summer Wells, and it's because it's the anniversary of the day that Summer Wells went missing.
Well,
And
you
you're
know
gonna,
what?
if she, go ahead.
I was thinking about that. Ever since Dawn got out of jail, that's when the Summer Wells train took off again. And then Don started going on everybody's panel to get the attention again, try to get money. And now it's this big old huge circus, and now it's closer to June 15th. They're going to continue to run their mouth. But it all started when it was all hush hush, nothing about summer. Nothing about summer until Don got out of jail.
Yeah, that definitely spurred conversation that led into where we're at now, with the anniversary coming up. So, and I heard that they're co-opting my idea about the balloons. So I kind of was over there on Queen Bees, and And I was like saying, there was a lot of people, I was brought up the balloons and like, oh no, environmental impact and all that stuff. And I was like, man, I've been saying, last year when they were doing this stuff that they should be doing, a big helium tank and like launch like a black balloon in the air like every like minute and do it for like an hour and have one long string of balloons that reach into the atmosphere way up. And as just a statement, like so people like think, what is that, and bring more eyes on it, And so I guess I just heard like over on Jim's channel that they're gonna do biodegradable balloons and take the idea and run with it. So I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I
And
saw
I guess
that.
they're gonna
Put that in chat. No, Alexis, I'm not talking about chasing. I'm talking about Queen Bee and all of them over there who keep running their mouth about what Dolly Vision is doing is wrong. But what chasing and the other, I don't know what the other woman's name is, but they're all doing the same thing. And how can two be right and one be wrong if they're all doing the same thing? And I don't see how they can call Dolly Vision out without calling everybody else out when they're all doing the same thing. And I don't remember, I wanted to ask if he goes live tonight. I'm going to try to call in and ask, well, it's panel if it's tonight. If they ate last year on June 15th, what did they eat all day at the police station? Out there with the did they have the intercom working or whatever? But at the police station, they were there all day. I want to know what they ate. Don't tell me somebody grilled something, because I'm gonna go ham on somebody because they're having a.
Rob, Jen, you're right. It's all the same. It's just different. It's different camps.
Exactly. So I want to know what they ate last year that it's so bad for them to do what they want to do. I don't know. If you want to go and you're able to, or you want to help in any way, contact Dolly Vision or PJ, and they can let you know what the plans are over there. I just know from what I hear when I watch them. But I just want to let everybody know, because if you don't watch them and you aren't interested in participating, then, getting the word out a little bit helps a little bit. And that's the only thing that I can do. But I do want to let you know that June 15th, down here in South Louisiana, I'm going to be releasing a couple of blue balloons. Not going to be biodegradable. I'm very sorry, but it's the only thing I can do for her.
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, when you see a balloon on the ground, do you really think that's gonna really kill the environment? Come on, it'll just deteriorates.
So
turns back into substances.
I encourage all of you, if you can, to do the same. And Lily and Kaz are correct. They live in Australia. They would like for it to be streamed because they absolutely 1000% can't be there. Yeah, Kaz, he does. And I know he was there last time, but I don't know if he's going this time. I'm not sure who all's going this time. I guess they'll have to wait till June 15th to find out. I don't know. I just know there's like 3 little camps, like Dave called it. And they're just going to go back and forth. I mean, you can't eat if you didn't come with Dolly. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. It's not like a private party you're getting an invitation to. You know what I mean? It's not like you walk in and you walk in the opening of the pavilion and they're going to hand you a freaking glass of champagne.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're in the other 2 little pavilions and you come over, that's what Dolly's saying. Grab you a hamburger, say hi. You know what I mean? Like, everybody ain't gotta be enemies and strangers and stuff, because this is for Summer Wells. And he'll be the first one to tell you that. It's not everybody wants to come at him saying, oh, cash cow, whatever. Everybody that this is the only time you will ever hear me talk about Summer Wells, unless they find her body. Or they find her.
I hope she is found and alive and well.
I just wanted to let everybody know that if they are interested in going to Tennessee, to get over there with Dolly, and if you want, if not, go to Chasing Truth. I don't know if y'all know the other Nana or some, I don't remember her name. If y'all know, type in the chat. It doesn't matter which one you go to, who you go with, who you don't go with. If you want to go, just hit up one of them and they'll lead you in the right direction, I'm sure.
Yeah. And you have to imagine that everyone there, in their own way, is on their best behavior.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying.
That's the big picture. What's the big picture? It's summer.
Yep, exactly. And I just, so someone could explain this to me. I'm asking respectfully, what exactly is the purpose behind Summer's Day? It is the 2-year anniversary of when she went missing, and they are going there to spread awareness of missing and exploited children. That is what I understand.
Yes, that is what I understand also.
Thank you, Alexis. Nana's Angels. And someone, yeah, I wanted to cover, yeah, I already said that about Chasing Truth. I don't have nothing against any of them. I'm not going, but I don't watch Chasing Truth, so I don't, know too much about what's going on with that. I only know what's going on what I watch. Nana's Angels. That's the other lady. So it's Nana's Angels, Dolly Vision, and Chasing Truth. Pick whichever one you support. I'm not telling you where to go or what to do. If you support either and or go where you want to go, I'm just letting you all know that this is happening. This is going on. Go ahead, Dave.
I get you, Alexis. I know there's an energy out there. Queen Bee can sit and spin. She gives me a voice, even though it causes a little bit of turmoil. She lets me say what I want to say, even though, when I say something, it's not really on her thing, then, she'll cut me off. But I think that the reason why I get lit up there is because they're hoping for a gotcha moment that they can't get from me.
I'm still waiting for your screen to not be black anymore.
What about you coming in on Jim's and just being like, I saw Dave. He's talking shit about Tina. I thought that was, dude, I laughed my ass off on that. I was like, what are you doing, Gato? You thought we were friends, brah.
That was so funny. And then I'm the one that looked like the fool because Tina was like, well, it's almost to the point where I can defend myself now. And I'm like, yeah, Tina the freaking.
Hilarious.
Dang, she been on panel long enough. She was a softie, but she got that thick skin now. You hear me?
Right. She's got her nice little locked in spot. So she's like all checkmate.
I love me some Tina. I remember whenever she first started going up on panel, I was on panels when my hand was broke. And she would always worry about chat and watch chat at the same time and worry about what everyone was saying, and I'll be like, Megan, it's okay. I will tell you this now. Be prepared. As long as you're on his panel, you're going to catch hell.
Lightning rod.
I'm letting you know this now. So anyway, I have to go on that note. Thanks for coming.
Hold on a sec.
What?
I know you got your new thing. I saw your little questionnaire. Do you like my 60 minutes? And are you trying to hold it to 60 because of trying to stay in that 60 minutes of news?
Yeah, no, because I needed to be 60 minutes.
Well, you could go 60 minutes and 3 dot. And then 3 dot. I just wanted to
do that because you're not gonna ever come up here. I'll have it scheduled and they won't show up.
Oh, come on! I'm here now. What's up? What you want? Okay. So I went on Queen Bee's, talk when the whole Rose thing was going down, right? Did you see that?
I heard about it.
Heard about it. So yeah, I went up there because there's a guy that's his channel is Get to Know with a two, with the number 2, Get to Know. His name's Aaron. Do you know who he is?
Mm-mm.
I met him at Roses, right? He's a survivor of sexual abuse or yeah, crazy shit, right? He's a huge advocate for missing children, molested children, and trying to get laws passed. You know, he has a really small channel, and you know, he just celebrated his 300 subscribers. You know, and I just popped in there, and I've always said to him, you know, man, I feel bad that I don't shout your channel out more because I respect you, and you know, I'm proud of him, you know, turning his life into something positive where he could have went totally negative on such a terrible experience. And so I went in there, and I was like, you know, he was rattling through some news like yourself, but particularly on sexually abused children type things, right? And he came across while I was in there, he talked about a case that turned out really positive, and this is where I would like to talk about it, and if you would look at it like as it was part of your 60-minute news, right? It's called 200. Oh, my eyes. The light. Okay, so 225 missing children were found in an operation called Operation We Will Find You, right? In a 10-week period, this Operation We Will Find You recovered 225 children in 10 weeks. So, I mean, what a great story, right?
Where was that at? That is great.
That's where I'm vague because, you know, he kind of just rattled it off. And then I was like, wow, that is a great story. I don't ever hear that a lot. And I suggested to him, I was like, why not, you know, that's huge. Can you imagine all these families that are affected by these 225 children that were recovered from the depths of hell, and they are now back in the world and around loving people, and they're going to be going through, you know, with all the haunting shit that's happened to them, but they're in a positive place where we would like to have summer wells. And
they found them.
Yeah, I was on his live. They found them all alive. Yes, all alive.
Wow.
And they're all recovered. And it's like, the story is so overwhelmingly positive. And I was like, telling them, I was like, you know, take this one story and build on it. You do a bunch of streams on this particular story because you know how many families are affected and heartwarmed parents that are relieved over the recovery. And this is what we want for all these children. And this one positive case, and it's called Operation We Will Find You. So, I mean, if you could just if you want, pop on real quick and just type in We Will Find You, and let's see if we can find something on it. Somebody that talked about it, maybe something, an article you could read on the internet, and get the voice out there, because I would love for other creators to hear something like this, and let's hear more on it. This could be a positive wave.
Type it in right now. Say it again.
It's called Operation We Will Find You. 225 children recovered.
Oh, it's multiple states.
Yeah, I think it's a huge operation. It was like one huge sting kind of thing. Yeah, U.S. Marshals. That's right.
Multi-state operation locates 225 missing children. I really have to go. I'm sorry. I really have to go right now. My grandma's sleeping, and you know I came here to help her and take care of her, so I can't.
Right, and it's awesome that your trip went well. That it was smooth, and I'm happy that you're happy. And everybody out there, peace. And if you guys want to look at this operation, we will find you.
And tomorrow. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah, I just can't do it right now. But I'm
That's
gonna
awesome.
do it for my stream tomorrow. I will. That's why I wanted to look it up right while you were here.
I will be back.
Yeah. So
all right.
States legally, and if you want to come up tomorrow, you can, Dave. It's going to be like around 6 or 7. because my
All
grandma
right.
goes to bed at 8.
Everybody
So,
hit those likes, and if you haven't subscribed, do it. And if you're coming in the future, listen to my voice. Subscribe.
and if you're not a member, become a member because I'm
Yes, yes,
monetized now, Dave.
yes. I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I
Okay.
like your little 60-minute thing. So keep it up.
Thank you. You have a good
Bye,
night.
Gator.
I'm sure I will see you later on tonight. And thanks for watching with me, y'all.
Peace.